Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the West Gym up on top of beautiful Burnaby Mountain, where Simon Fraser University sits perched above the BC Lower Mainland. I'm Matthew Avery, and joined alongside me is Sam Rowan. We have a great game on tap for you tonight between your SFU Clan and the St. Martin's University Saints. And Sam, the Clan are coming off a rough loss to the Falcons on Thursday, but look to get back on track on Seniors Night tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, two very different teams Simon Fraser's matched up against this week. And first and foremost tonight, it's Senior Night in the West Gym. 4 graduating seniors for Simon Fraser. We're going to honor them pregame here. But as far as St. Martin's is concerned, a team that's had some struggles this year, only 1 win in their last 18 games. But at the same time, this is a team with 7 freshmen on the team, only a few forwards, mostly guards on the team. It's a transition period for the program. But for Simon Fraser, that means tonight's a good opportunity to get back on track, try to get a win for those 4 seniors.
And we saw last game when Othniel Spence, the senior, and Jazz Singh were hot, the entire team was hot. And when they weren't so much. How key is their success to this team's success?
Yeah, well, Simon Fraser needs their top scorers to be their top scorers on a night-in, night-out basis. And Othniel Spence, you could already tell on Thursday, was playing like a little bit of a man possessed. He knows how important this weekend is for him and his teammates and how much it means to the program in general to send these seniors out in a high note. And so hopefully we see more long-distance shooting from Spence tonight.
And you mentioned it is Seniors Night, but do you think we'll see more of the young guys? I mean, they're not playing a very strong team in the Saints. Do you think we'll see more of Kiatipis and more of the freshmen this time out?
Well, as you mentioned, we saw Kiatipis come in after Wilfred Bellotta got in some foul trouble and put in a really good shift. Head coach Steve Hansen, though, still fairly cautious with the way he approaches his young players, gives them plenty of time to develop. So I think we're still going to see the seniors play quite a bit tonight, as we're just under a minute here pregame, and we're going to get ready for some senior night introductions in just a moment.
Absolutely. We'll have a full ceremony here with player introductions and anthems and everything else that comes with it. And we'll get that to you right away here as we give knuckles here to the referees at our broadcast location. But we'll step away for a quick minute and we'll be back right after this.
First up, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Hannon. Hannon is a business major focusing on finance and international business. He learns on continuing to be involved in basketball throughout his business career. Ladies and gentlemen, reporting to you, Michael Hannon. wrestling, we have off-field spin. This is a sociology major with a minor in education and plans to pursue graduate school after graduation, as well as becoming a high school teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, number 0, Hockey Smith. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank Michael, and Off-Field for their continued passion and commitment to SMU's basketball program, as well as the outstanding way in which they have represented Simon Fraser University as student athletes during the course of their careers at SFU. So to them, Off-Field Spence, Graham Miller, Michael Provenzano, and Michael Hannon, thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to welcome to center court our special guests from Woodlawn. Please welcome the Nestor Elementary School Choir. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would ask that you please rise and please do all thanks as we welcome them for the singing of the American and Canadian national anthem.
All right, the anthems are done. The player intros are all done as well, and we'd like to play some basketball now. Welcome back, everyone, to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University, where the SFU clan are getting set to take on the St. Martin Saints. Get ready for tip-off here. Jazz Singh will take the tip-off.
Yeah, and awesome to see all 4 of the graduating seniors out there in the starting lineup. Graham Miller and Michael Hannon, not necessarily day-to-day starters, but they've earned it with their play over 4+ years at SFU.
It's a nice touch there from the SFU coaches as the Saints win the tip-off and get across center. Jennings now puts it down low, finds Moore. Now under the basket for number 32. The foul is called. So Marquis Adams hit his first free throw there. And Klein come back the other way. Provenzano now with it. Across the line, hands it off to Hannon. Hannon up high to Singh. Singh looking for options. Back to Provenzano. Provenzano fires it to the corner for Miller. Back up high to Provenzano. Provenzano fakes a shot. Dishes over to Spence. Good look from 3. Can't get it to go. Miller grabs the rebound though. Keeps play alive. Here's Provenzano. Gets around his man. Fires it to the corner. Good look from Hannon from 3. And he nails it.
Yeah, what a great pass by Provenzano. No look. Nice little flare there. And Hannon sinks a 3.
Michael Hannon making his presence known here on Seniors Night. As Jennings comes back the other way for the Saints. Down low to Moore. Moore into the middle. Now Malloy loses the handle on it. Ball goes out of bounds and will be Clan basketball.
Yeah, you can most certainly expect a high energy start from Simon Fraser. Big crowd tonight here in the West Gym, and obviously a lot of reasons to play hard tonight.
Absolutely makes it a little bit easier when you have all these fans behind you as Hannon takes the basketball now. Now up high to Singh. Try to pass down to Hannon. That was picked off, and the Saints come back. Here's Jennings now, slowly across the line, taking directions from the bench. Contested by Hannon, now gets around him. Good look from 3. No good, hits the back piece. Spence jumps for the rebound, and a foul is called.
We saw Spence as a force on the boards on Thursday night, and you see why with that aggressiveness and athleticism really makes him effective on the glass as a smaller guard.
Provenzano now comes away with it, directing traffic in front of him. As Hannon and Singh switch sides, hands off to Singh now. Now Hannon. Hannon over to Spence. Back up high to Hannon. Provenzano, quick ball movement. Now Miller, good look from 3, and he knocks that one down.
Storybook stuff for Simon Fraser so far. 2 baskets, 2 seniors from 3.
Welcome to the game, Graham Miller, Michael Hannon. Now Saints back to the way. Rooney try to pass. That didn't have eyes. Saints regain possession of it though. Here's Jennings now. Into the paint. Try to pass out. That ball goes out of bounds and will be Clan basketball.
Be interesting to see how this young Saints roster handles this pressure environment. A little sloppy so far, but we'll see if they can settle in here.
It is definitely noticeably louder in this building on Seniors Night. So far the Clan is thriving off that. Here's Hannon. Down to Singh. Into the corner for Spence. Spence now finds Miller. Provenzano. Up high to Spence. Tries to get around his man. Runs into trouble. Spins now. Nice move from off Neil Spence. And another 2 for him.
And as great as the spin move was to go up with the left hand, that's what made that move work.
Now another foul is called against the Saints as Miller was knocked down.
Yeah, and I was about to say, if you're the Saints, now's a good time for a timeout, and they're going to take one here.
If we'll take a timeout on the court, we'll take a timeout as well as your SFU Clan find themselves up 8-3 with 17-11 remaining in this first half. welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University, where the SFU clan currently lead the St. Martin Saints by a score of 8-3. I'd like to welcome all our viewers watching live on YouTube and Stretch Internet. Interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the hashtag #RepTheLeaf. As the clan are off to a hot start now. Provenzano comes across the line. Up high to Singh. Singh over to Provenzano. For options, finds Hannon in the corner. Fires it cross court for Spence. Takes a shot, now gets around his man. Tries a shot, and he nails a shot, but no basket, says the referee.
Calling a push-off offensive foul there. Tough to see it, but goes against SFU. And if you thought that the starting lineup was a token gesture, obviously not the case because same five still out on the floor.
There's more now, running into trouble. Trying to get it across the line. A violation is called. Took too long to get across that line.
Good backcourt pressure from Simon Fraser and really using the energy levels to their advantage so far, just putting the Saints under a ton of pressure.
So the clan basketball once again now. It's Provenzano directs traffic. Over to Singh. Singh down to Miller. Bounce pass to Spence. Good look from three. He was wide open. That bounced around a little bit, doesn't drop.
Yeah, and after that timeout, the Saints are now in his own defense, so we'll see if that can slow down SFU at the offensive end.
Here's Rooney now. Runs into trouble, backs up. Rooney hands it off. Here's Lenker. Up to Schumacher. Schumacher backing up himself. Shot clock winding down. Schumacher. Trying to pass to Lenker. That was picked off. Now Spence away with it. Spence with a layup. And he nails it.
Beautiful Euro step and the spin on the layup just to kiss it in off the glass. Spence off to a hot start.
Othniel Spence putting on a show for a lot of friends and family in attendance tonight on Seniors Night. As Schumacher now has it for the Saints. Now a push-off is called against Logan Rooney. Will be clan basketball once again. Now we'll take another timeout on the court. We'll do the same as the SFU clan currently lead 10-3 with 15:42 left to go in this first half.
Oh my God.
All right, welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University, where the SFU clan currently lead the St. Martin Saints by a score of 10-3. Just under 5 minutes into this one. And the seniors putting on a show so far tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good start. See if Simon Fraser can keep it up here.
Provenzano now, hands off to Singh, over to Hannon. Hannon to the corner for Spence. Spence up high to Hannon. Fires it over to Provenzano. Now Miller, good look from three. Can't get it to drop. Game possession though, and here's Provenzano with a three. That doesn't drop either. Once again, Othniel Spence grabs the rebound. Provenzano now, over to Miller. Good ball movement. Long three from Singh. That's no good, and the Saints finally come away with it. Now back to the way, here's Schumacher. Fires the pass over. Now in the paint is Moore. And no basket, and a travel is called. And it will go against the Saints.
And for the Saints, as a team without a lot of size, Marquis Adams is going to be important. The lone center on the roster, 6'9". If they want to establish a scoring presence inside, he is vital.
Here's Provenzano now. Plays pass with Miller, now over to Spence. Spence fakes a shot. Over to Provenzano. Provenzano with some moves. Let's go of a shot. Floater doesn't go. Saints grab the rebound though, and a foul is called against Singh. Now coming into the game, Jillian Roche and number 10, Will Balata. They'll replace Miller and Singh. Saints now, once again, struggling to get out of their own zone. As Schumacher almost had that pass picked off. Now here's Moore, drives to the net. That's no good. Marquis Adams finishes though, and a foul is called. So Marquis Adams will go to the line once again. Second trip of the night. Adams not a great free throw shooter so far this year, only shooting 35% coming into this one on over 80 attempts, but he hits his shot there. Provenzano now, McClan, over to Balata. Balata, up high to Roche. Over to Provenzano. Now fakes a shot, looking for options, finds Roche. Now Roche takes a floater shot, doesn't get it to go. Saints grab the rebound, come back to the ring. Here's John Moore. That pass over for Schumacher. That was almost picked off by Spence. Schumacher now lost a handle on it, and Spence comes away with it. Spence over to Provenzano. Back for Balata. Nice little move there. And Roche fights for that rebound. Now Spence with the ball once again. Can't get the shot to drop. SFU Clan maybe just being a little bit too pretty here on seniors night. Schumacher now trips and loses control of the ball. Now here's Hannon. Furious pace here. Hannon can't hit the shot. Just a comedy of errors middle of this first half here. DeMonte Malloy now. Pass over to Schumacher. Schumacher, good look. Can't get the three to go, hit the back piece. Here's Balata now. Back of the way. And good three there from Michael Hannon.
Yeah, definitely questions as to whether or not Wilfred Balata ran over his man there. Saints coaching staff not terribly happy, but three nonetheless. And finally, after Simon Fraser struggled to score for a couple of minutes there, Hannon takes the lid off the basket.
Yeah, head coach Aaron Landon not loving the call there, giving it to the referee as he makes his way back down the court. Here's Schumacher now, shot clock winding down. Schumacher drives himself, can't get the shot to go, and a foul is called. So Alex Schumacher, the Vancouver native, but not Vancouver, Canada, Vancouver, Washington, will go to the line now. Schumacher hits his first one. His head coach Aaron Landon still having a conversation with the referee.
Yeah, so not only 7 freshmen, but also a first-year head coach, so a lot of inexperience on the Saints team, but plenty of time to improve as well.
Landon misses the second one, and Othniel Spence comes away with the rebound. Over to Provenzano now. Provenzano gets around his man, fires it to the corner. Good look from Hannon. Another three from Michael Hannon.
Yeah, and Simon Fraser's loving that spot in the left corner there. Number of shots hit from that spot already tonight.
Monte Malloy now. Over, good shot there from John Moore. Can't get it to go. Roche grabs the rebound. Bit of a fight for it, hands it off to Provenzano, who brings it across the line. Provenzano now gets around his man. Tried a shot. That went off a hand. Looks like it will be Saints basketball. Now coming into the game for the Saints, once again, number 11, Logan Rooney, and number 4, CJ Jennings.
And so maybe it's just the old school basketball enthusiast in me, but I'm looking forward to the matchup between Marquis Adams and Julian Roche tonight. Really, for the Saints, they need to win that matchup if they want to stay in this one, so that's something I'm looking forward to watching as this one goes on.
It will be the battle of the big man tonight. As Rooney gets around his man, lays in another 2. Balata now. Runs it in trouble. Puts it back to Provenzano. Provenzano, good look from 3. Cheeky little 3 there. Had all kinds of time. Can't get it to go. Here's Malloy now. Over to Moore. Good ball moving here from the Saints. Monte Malloy lays in another 2.
Yeah, and so the Saints have settled in a little bit now. Leads back within reach, and they don't seem quite as scrambled and hurried offensively as they were early on.
Now here's Hannon once again. Hands off Provenzano. Goes for a walk. Fires to Spence. Spence, good look from 3. He nails it. On the run. But as Othniel Spence can only do.
Yeah, I was going to say, for most players on the team, that's not a good look, but for Spence, you can't really fault it on a night like tonight.
I catch myself saying good look, but every look for Othniel Spence is a good look. Here's DeMonte Malloy now is fouled. Another timeout is called. We'll take a timeout as well. As the SFU Clan still lead 19-11 with 10:52 left in this first half. All right, welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University with the SFU Clan leading the St. Martin States by a score of 19-11. 10:52 remaining in this first half, and the Clan are off to a good start here on Seniors Night.
Yeah, absolutely, and one senior in particular, Michael Hannon, 3 for 3 from deep so far, 9 points, and I'm not entirely sure on this one, but I believe his season high is only 11 or 12 points, so already pretty close to that mark early on in this one.
That sounds about right, but he's been having himself a game so far tonight. The Saints have the basketball now. Monte Malloy over to Schumacher. Schumacher fires it across. Jennings went over the top. Now Schumacher. Shot clock winding down, brings it in himself. Can't get the shot to drop, and Bellotta comes away with it. Bellotta ran into trouble there. Turns the ball over. Here's Malloy now. Over to Moore. Moore lost the handle there for a second. Looks like he regained control. Now Bryson is into the game. Puts it ahead for Jazz Singh. Jazz Singh doesn't get the basket to drop, and a foul is called against him.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too aggressive with the shoulder there. If he doesn't lean in so obviously, maybe the foul doesn't get called. Worth noting too, Drew Bryson and Graham Miller back in the game for Simon Fraser. So a pretty small but athletic lineup on the floor right now for the home team.
Well, it's worked so far for them. I'd like to welcome all our viewers watching live on YouTube and Stretch Internet. Interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the hashtag #RepTheLeaf. As Schumacher starts out, over to Jennings. Jennings back over to Schumacher. Schumacher now taking on Bellotta, hands it off. Here's Logan Rooney. Quick ball movement now. Over to Jennings. Jennings down to Malloy. Back up high to Moore. Now Schumacher. Looking for options, takes it himself once again. Can't get the shot to drop. He's used that move a few times and it hasn't worked once.
Yeah, and so far Simon Fraser's size advantage around the rim has really helped defensively. Those looks just aren't easy ones when there's lots of guys in the lane.
So we'll be Clan basketball now. As senior Michael Provenzano, playing in his final home game, brings it across the line. Provenzano over to Bellotta. Fires it down to Jazz Singh. Jazz Singh backs into his check. Can't make too much progress. Fires it over to Miller. Now Bryson takes it himself. He lays in another 2. Now Jennings into the paint. Can't get the shot to drop. That's tipped back to Schumacher. Now Rooney Back to Schumacher, who slows things down a little bit. Hands it off to Malloy. Now Moore. Moore down low to Jennings. Or rather Malloy, who lays in another 2. Now Michael Provenzano. Taking the far angle. Pot of Jazz. Jazz Singh over to Drew Bryson. Miller over to Bellotta. Bellotta, good look. He nails that one.
We don't see Bellotta pull up from deep too often, but look pretty confident there.
They gave him some time, they gave him some space. He made no mistake. Here's John Moore now. Check closely Bob Bellotta. Now Moore once again takes a handoff and lays in another 2. Provenzano now. Back pass to Jazz Singh. That rattles around, but Jazz Singh with another 3.
It was interesting, wasn't Singh's usual high arcing shot. It's a bit of a line drive, but rattles in nonetheless, and a nice pass from Provenzano.
Here's Jennings now. Pot of Schumacher. Over to Rooney. Rooney takes it himself into the paint. Bit of a knee-on-knee there. Collision with Miller. And a foul is called, and a timeout is called as well. We'll step away as well, as the SFU Clan hold a 27-15 lead with 7:50 to go in this first half. Welcome back, everyone, to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University, where the SFU Clan lead the St. Martin Saints by a score of 27-15. With 7:50 to go in this first half, and the seniors still having themselves a night.
Yeah, and it's not just Michael Hannon. Michael Provenzano with 5 assists already. Othniel Spence with 4 rebounds. So doing little things, not just scoring to make an impact on the game. Also, Simon Fraser shooting over 50% of their shots from behind the arc so far. 13 of their 20 attempts. 3s, so we'll see if that continues.
And of those 13 attempts, they've hit 7 of them. It's a good number for this SFU team, which traditionally not a big 3 shooting team other than Othniel Spence. As Logan Rooney hits his free throw shot. Now checking into the game, we'll see Corey Zigamasabo to replace number 15, Miller. As Logan Rooney hits his second shot as well.
And that's an interesting sub for head coach Steve Hansen. We see him use Zigamasabo when he thinks there's a specific matchup he's looking for. Hasn't played a ton this season, but looks like he'll get some time tonight.
Provenzano now with it. Calling his shots. Over Bellotta. Now Penny, freshly into the game. Fires it over Provenzano. Provenzano. Switches sides, now Penny. Good ball movement, now good look from Bryson, who rattles in 3.
It's a great extra pass by David Penny there. Nice patience. Just that one extra pass to make the guy wide open in the corner.
So CJ Jennings away with it now. Over to John Moore. That pass picked up by Bryson. Saints regain control of it though. Here's John Moore. John Moore over to the corner. Good look. And Logan Rooney can't get the 3 to drop, and Bellotta comes away with it. Bellotta to the net himself. Try the shot. That's no good. Foul is called though.
So nice aggressiveness from Bellotta there, and he's been struggling a bit recently driving the lane. A little bit of trouble keeping a hold of it, but one good way to get some free points is to head to the line if you can, and Bellotta does it here.
So Wilfred Bellotta will head to the line now. Montreal, Quebec native. Nails his first one. Coming back into the game now, number 0, Othniel Spence, and number 42, Michael Hannon. They replace Bryson and Provenzano.
And not a long shift from Drew Bryson there, but a very good one. Nice layup and a good 3 as well.
As Bellotta has that free throw rattle around, and at the end of the day drops in. Saints once again having trouble getting out of their own zone. Try the pass, that was picked up by Ziga Masabo. Now Bellotta comes away with it. Bellotta pulls up from 3. That hits the rim. John Moore now, back of the way for the Saints. Stops up. Now back up high for Malloy. Malloy over to the corner for Jennings. Jennings tries to get around his man, runs into trouble. Now Moore. Over to Malloy. Malloy spins into the paint now. Fires a pass over. Good look from Jennings. He nails it.
And the Saints doing just enough right now to keep themselves in it. They go on these little dry spells, and it looks like Simon Fraser's going to pull away, but then they hit a shot like that.
Othniel Spence now pulls up from 3. All the way from Markham, Ontario. Othniel Spence. Didn't call bank on that one, but he'll take it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Here's Malloy now, pulls up for the 3 of his own. That's no good. Ziga Masabo grabs the rebound, and Penny comes away with it. Now Spence. Quite a pass, that was picked off. Didn't quite make it to Hannon. Now here's Jennings. Across the line, brings it to the paint himself, pulls up. Can't knock down the floater. Saints grab the rebound though, and get the basket and the foul. Coming back into the game now for the Saints. Number 0, Alex Schumacher. He replaced number 22, John Moore. As Marquis Adams once again goes to the line. It's his free throw.
Yeah, Marquis Adams continues to be a problem for Simon Fraser defensively, and yet to really find a good response.
I'm sure the game plan going in was, it's okay if you foul him because he's not great from the line, but he's been lights out tonight. Here's Bellotta now. Over to Spence. Takes pass. Now back to Bellotta. Bellotta bounce pass to Penny. Good look from 3. Can't get it to go. So Jennings now across the line for the Saints. Looking for options. Goes across for Logan Rooney. Now Schumacher drives to the paint. Gets a layup. Looking for a call. Doesn't get that.
Yeah, great take for Schumacher there. Nice athleticism to hold on and get the layup in.
Here's Bellotta now, once again. Over to Spence. Up high to Bellotta. Try to pass up the middle for Ziga Masao, just out of his reach. Now coming back into the game will be Mike Provenzano and Drew Bryson. Another timeout is called, and we'll do the same as the SFU Clan. Currently lead by 10, 35-25, with 4:23 left to go in this first half. welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University, where the SFU Clan currently lead the St. Martin's Saints by a score of 35-25.
And Simon Fraser just need to be careful here. This is a crucial moment in the first half. Just try to manage that lead. Don't let the Saints back into this one. Going into the half with a renewed sense of optimism. Really got to try to assert your authority here in the last couple minutes of the first half.
And one guy who's still on the court here, Marquis Adams, they haven't quite found an answer to him yet.
9 points already, perfect from the field, so that's been a bit of a problem.
As Rooney now stops up, shot clock lying down. That pass almost picked off by Spence. Now good look from Jennings, who knocks down 3. Here's Provenzano now, across the line for the Clan. Over to Bryson. Bryson, up high to Provenzano. Back to Bryson, good look from 3. Can't get it to go. Othniel Spence grabs the rebound though and lays in another 2.
Yeah, Spence up to 12 points now, and I like the idea of putting Drew Bryson back out in the floor. He looked good in that short appearance earlier on, so roll with the hot hand.
Othniel Spence, as always, playing bigger than he actually is, only 6'1". As Marquis Adams puts in another 2. But it seems like night after night we see Spence leading the team in rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's a Russell Westbrook-like guard in his ability to grab boards. And still, though, at the other end, Marquis Adams been on fire so far for the Saints.
Spence tries another 3 there. That rattled around a little bit, but Paul had other ideas. Here's Monte Malloy now. Hands off Schumacher. Over to Rooney. Rooney tries to get around Bellata. Tried to pass, and that was tipped.
And I was about to mention that I'd like to see Julian Roach come back into this one, and that's exactly what we're going to see now. What can Roach do in the last 2:48 to try to shut down Adams?
Roach will replace Ziga Masabo. So Schumacher now. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Taking his time, doesn't seem to be in a hurry. Now he does, tries to get around Spence. Shot clock really winding down now. Tries a Hail Mary shot, that doesn't go. Saints grab the rebound though. Now there's a scramble for it. Bellata comes away with it. Bellata now across the line. Over to Spence, just out of his reach. Now back to Bellata. Takes on Schumacher. Back over to Spence. Spence fakes a shot, gets around his man. Nifty little pass to Bellata there. Spins, gets around his man, goes to the paint. Can't get a shot to drop. Bryson regains control of it though. Can't knock down the floater. Good pressure there from the Clan, but just couldn't quite execute. Here's Malloy now. Bounce pass down to Jennings. Big one-handed dunk from CJ Jennings.
My goodness. Don't see guys go over the top of Julian Roche too often. He was a little late on the rotation there, but tremendous athleticism. When I saw him go up, I don't know if he was going to have the clearance to come down with it, but no problem.
I thought the same thing. He had full extension, and he took flight on that one. In addition to the slam, he'll go to the line as well.
And as far as the game's concerned, all of a sudden this one's pretty close. Inside the last 2 minutes of the first half, Saints have done well to get back in this one.
Jennings misses his free throw. Here's Provenzano. Always the quarterback of this SFU Clan offense. Back up high to Bellata. Bellata over to Hannon. Corner for Spence. Another good look from 3. He gets it to drop, and the foul.
And as much as a dunk can serve as momentum, at the end of the day, it's just 2 points, and Othniel Spence has a chance to get 4 here.
Othniel Spence having himself a night, which seems to be the usual these days. With all these family and friends in attendance tonight on seniors night. And Othniel Spence has his free throw. So that's a 4-point play. Alex Schumacher now fires it over to Jennings. Jennings, a minute and a half left to go in this first half. Schumacher now directing traffic, calling his plays. Schumacher now fires pass back to Jennings. Shot clock winding down to 2. Ball goes out of bounds and will be Clan basketball. Saints seeming to rely on Schumacher for a bulk of their offense, or at least the source of a lot of their offense.
Yeah, he's definitely the initiator for the Saints, and everything seems to flow through him. Might need to diversify as they go into the second half here if they want to beat the Simon Fraser team.
Spence down to Roche. Good ball moving to Balada. Tries a shot. Can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds now, and it will be Clan basketball. Sid coach Steve Hansen asking the referee for some contact. Here's Balada up high. Balada under a minute left to play in this first half now. Up to Roche. Roche over to Provenzano. Provenzano, good look from 3. Can't get it to go. And here's Schumacher. Schumacher trying to cross up Hannon. Can't get him to bite. Gives John Moore a try. Now Schumacher in the corner. Can't get the 3 to drop. And once again, Marquis Adams using that big reach to lay in another 2.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute key for SFU at the half. Can they find a way to scheme up and respond to what Marquis Adams has been doing? Because if they can take that away, not too much of a challenge for Simon Fraser, I don't think. But with Adams in the paint, it gives the Saints a fighting chance.
Clock winding down here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Hannon, good look from 3. Can't get it to go. He's been automatic from that spot all night, but can't quite get it as the buzzer expires. And we take a break going into the second half. But good effort there. Good starting effort there from the SFU Clan.
Absolutely. I mean, Simon Fraser used that senior night energy early on, the energy of this crowd, and played really well in the opening 10 minutes. Maybe the energy level dropped off a little bit. Going through their bench, execution wasn't quite up to what you might expect, but at the same time, still going in with a relatively comfortable lead at the half. Couple coaching adjustments, and you got to think that Simon Fraser can take care of this one in the second half, or that's the hope at least.
Absolutely, and the crowd is a full house tonight here in the West Gym on seniors night, and a lot of family and friends in attendance here for all these players. We'll step away for this half break, and SFU Clan currently leading 41-34 going to the second half. right, welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University, where the SFU clan currently lead the St. Martin Saints going into the second half by a score of 41-34. And the seniors, it's their night and they're putting on a show tonight.
Yeah, one of my 2 points coming into the second half was going to be, can the seniors for Simon Fraser continue to shine? Because really all four of them in the first half played quite well. They all play slightly different roles on the team, but contributing in ways that they can. And I think just overall play style-wise for Simon Fraser, we saw them have a lot of success early on when they kept the pace really high. They kept the Saints uncomfortable. The Saints couldn't settle into the game. And then as the energy levels dropped, obviously on a night like tonight, there's that huge initial burst, but then things sort of settle in. And after that point, the Saints played quite well, and we've spoken a lot about Marquis Adams and his contributions. Then there was that big dunk, so some good momentum-building moments for the Saints. But if the seniors and Simon Fraser's whole team can really up the pace again to start the second half, that seems like a recipe for success.
You mentioned Marquis Adams was a big part of that Saints offense in the first half. How key is Julian Roche in keeping him in check?
Well, so it's interesting because we see Julian matches up differently against different big men. And what I saw them trying to do with Julian, especially offensively near the end of the first half, was bringing Julian away from the basket, and so bringing Marquis Adams out of the interior of the paint. Julian does have nice touch from the mid-range. He can even hit a three-point shot. So I think the more and more they can get that matchup occurring farther away from the basket, the better off it will go for Simon Fraser.
And a good story early on in this one. Michael Hannon, not typically a starter, but obviously seniors night. Head coach Steve Hansen put him out there, and Hannon has answered the bell.
Yeah, still stuck on 9 points, 3 for 3 from 3. So we saw Simon Fraser make, I think it was 4 or 5 3-pointers from that left corner the way they were driving in the first half. So we'll see if those corner threes are still available here.
Yeah, I remember those because they were just out of my line of sight, so I had to kind of duck around your head and everyone else on this bench to get a view of that. But nevertheless, the SFU clan have a 7-point lead coming into this second half. I'd like to welcome all our viewers watching live on YouTube and Stretch Internet. Interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the hashtag #RepTheLeaf. As Jazz Singh will get things underway here for the SFU clan.
Yeah, and in a way, you wish that senior night could be every night here in the West Gym, because I have to say the atmosphere, the noise has been terrific so far.
It has been absolutely incredible, and SFU has thrived on it so far. Jazz Singh now gets the ball knocked out of his hands, but regains possession. Now over to Provenzano. Provenzano up high. Switches sides with Spence. Now Jazz Singh over to Spence. Shot clock winding down. Now Miller in the corner. Good look. He nails that three.
So the corner spot is hot again for Simon Fraser. Same way they started the first half.
Here's Jennings now. Over to Malloy. Now Jennings. Now John Moore drives to the paint. Tries a shot. That was blocked. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Saints basketball. Saints go to the corner now. Here's Malloy. Malloy, long pass back. And the whistle goes. Just got a little bit out of the reach of Jennings and went all the way back in their own zone, and it will be clan basketball now. Here's Jazz Singh. Over to Spence. Fix pass. That goes over the top to Hannon. Misread those signals. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Saints basketball now. John Moore. It's getting hemmed in his own end. Now up to CJ Jennings. He finds Marquis Adams. Puts it back to Jennings. Jennings now. Switching sides. Down to Moore. Good look from Jennings from 3. Can't get it to go. Now Marquis Adams grabs the rebound once again. Lays in another 2. Marquis Adams using all 6'9" of him as Provenzano comes back the other way. Can't get the floater to go.
And you see Simon Fraser trying to push the pace, but a turnover and a missed shot their last 2 possessions.
Now here's John Moore. Over to Rooney. Rooney up to Malloy. G.J. Jennings. Waiting for Marquis Adams to set a pick for him. That doesn't work as the shot clock's now winding down. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. C.J. Jennings.
That's a tough shot. Pretty good defense from Othniel Spence, but good mid-range there.
Here's Spence. Into the middle for Jazz Singh. He nails that one.
And we heard Steve Hansen yelling to Graham Miller there, wider, wider. And Graham Miller just took those couple steps out from the paint, brought Marquis Adams away from the paint, opened up that shot for Singh.
Now Moore was double teamed there and kind of disoriented the Saints there for a while, but Clan come away with it. Here's Othniel Spence now. Over to Miller, good look from 3, can't get it to go. Saints grab the rebound, come back the other way. Here's John Moore, over to C.J. Jennings. Now Marquis Adams in the paint. No foul is called. So the foul will be against number 15, Graham Miller. As Alex Schumacher comes back into the game now. To replace number 3, DeMonte Malloy. Moore goes over the top, finds Marquis Adams, hands off to Schumacher. Pounded by Hannon. Now Logan Rooney drives under the basket, trying to pass Marquis Adams, he lost control of it. Another Clan come away. Provenzano over to Jazz Singh, quick ball movement. Up to Miller, over to Provenzano. Finds Spence. Back to Provenzano. Back to Spence now, good look from 3. Can't get it to go. Hannon grabs the rebound though and lays in another 2.
And you know what that is? That's a great bounce pass off the glass from Othniel Spence right there. Not intentional, but it works out.
Othniel Spence, even when he doesn't mean to do things, still works out in his way. As now John Moore starts off for the Saints. Moore over to Jennings. Hands off to Logan Rooney, back to Jennings. Contested 3, but he makes it.
Jennings feeling it here in the second half. Really heating up a bit.
Now Hannon had that shot blocked.
Yeah, Adams continues to be a force, and I think at some point here you might consider the Hack-a-Adams strategy. Offensively, just foul him, get him to the line, and see what he can do with it.
He has been good from the line tonight, but hasn't been so far this season as Jazz Singh now. Big dunk from the big man.
Yeah, so Simon Fraser with a bit of a response of their own there after that dunk by the Saints in the first half.
Now a turnover, and Hannon's arguing with the official there on that call. Now timeout is called. We'll step away for a second as well. The SFU Clan up 50-41 with 15:49 left to go in this second half. All right, welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University, where the SFU Clan taking on the St. Martin's Saints and currently hold a 50-41 lead with 15:49 left to go in this second half. CJ Jennings starts off with it now for the Saints.
And Jennings up in double digits now, 13 points on the night.
Marquis Adams now. He's had himself a night. Over to Moore. Moore up to Jennings. Now Jennings. Shot clock winding down now. Single digits. Jennings. Contested by Provenzano. Gives him all he can handle now over to Schumacher. Schumacher, shot clock winding down. Tries a shot, that's no good. Othniel Spence grabs the rebound. Quickly ahead to Michael Provenzano. Michael Provenzano back pass to Jazz Singh, who lays in 2.
It's good news for Simon Fraser when you see Jazz Singh heating up offensively.
Now that pass is blocked, and Hannon now comes away with it. Up high to Jazz Singh. That pass is picked off now, and Schumacher comes back the other way. Now Jennings tries a shot. He gets it to go. Saints head coach Aaron Landon asking for a foul on that play. Now Hannon almost had that pass picked off, but back to Provenzano. Hannon in the corner, takes a shot, steps away. Up high to Othniel Spence. Spence now, good look from 3. My goodness, Othniel Spence.
And the little screen from Singh, just enough space, and that's all Othniel Spence needs.
Othniel Spence with plenty of friends and family in attendance tonight on seniors night. He's putting on a show for them. Schumacher now. Over to Lenker. Now that pass is picked off by Spence. Spence quickly back the other way. Can't get the layup to go. Arguing for the foul.
That's one of those where I think he was expecting more contact than he actually felt there.
Now Schumacher. Back for the Saints. Hands off to Marquis Adams. Now up high is Marcus Lenker. Back to Jennings. Jennings. SFU bench calling for a travel call. Can't get the shot to drop though, and Provenzano comes away with it. Provenzano steps back, takes a shot, can't get it to go. So Schumacher starts out with it again for the Saints. Schumacher into the corner. Good look there from John Moore. He knocks down that 3.
You have to admire the Saints' tenacity. They just don't go away. Every time they need a shot to give themselves a fresh breath of life, they seem to get it.
Othniel Spence now. Takes a shot, takes a pass, now puts it in the corner for Hannon. Hannon, back to Jazz Singh. Jazz Singh steps back, long 3, can't get it to go. Looks like a bit of a Hail Mary there as Miller wrestled for the ball. And a foul is called. Big man Julian Roche come back into the game now. So number 24, Drew Bryson. They replace Miller and Singh. So it will be Clan basketball now. 12:54 left to go in this second half. As Julian Roche takes it. Now back up high to Provenzano. Finds Roche. Roche. Back to Provenzano. Takes a shot and he nails it.
And so now we see Simon Fraser's Julian Roche in the game without Marquis Adams. And Othniel Spence in the backcourt here. Looks like he's dealing with a bit of an issue.
Looking at that right leg. Obviously a cause for concern.
Yeah, I think it got caught up amongst a bunch of legs in the lane there, and hopefully he's all right. Obviously not something he wants to have to deal with right now.
On what will be his last home game as an SFU Clan member. Zach Schumacher goes to the line. Schumacher hits his first free throw. Two for 3 in the night. Schumacher can't get a second one. Julian Roche grabs that rebound. Now Provenzano slowing things down a little bit. Hands off to Pilata. Pilata over to Bryson. Bryson down to Hannon. Back up high to Bryson. Over to Pilata. Swings it around to Hannon. Plata. Down low for Julian Roche. Can't get the shot to drop. That ball goes out of bounds. Looks like it will be Clan basketball. Julian Roche now. Over to Provenzano. Provenzano stops up. Goes cross court for Hannon. Hands it off to Bellotta. Shot clock running down now. Bellotta steps back, takes a three. Can't get that to go. As Bryson collided with Jennings. But now comes back the other way is John Moore. Can't get the basket to go. Does draw the foul. So another timeout will be called. We'll take a timeout as well. And we'll step away as the SFU Clan hold a 57-47 lead over the St. Martin Saints with 11:51 left to go in this second half. All right, welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University where the SFU Clan currently lead the St. Martin Saints by a score of 57-47. 11:51 left to go in this second half. Going to the line now will be number 22, John Moore for the Saints. John Moore, the Tacoma, Washington native. Hits his first one. Moore's fairly good free throw shooter, shooting 74.2% coming into this one. Here's the second one as well. Provenzano will start away with it now. Over to Bryson. Bryson. Over to Jazz Singh. Jazz Singh down to Bellotta. And a foul is called.
Nice sense from Bellotta there to draw the foul. Not even sure he really had a full handle on it, but good job to get into the line. We've seen Michael Provenzano continue to discuss offensive strategy with the bench last couple timeouts. So I think Michael's maybe looking for something slightly different than the coaching staff, and it'll be interesting to see who wins that one out in the end.
As Bellotta hits his second one. Here's Moore. Malloy now. Hands off to Schumacher. Over to Moore. Now here's Rooney. Hands it off to Moore once again. He gets that two to go. Will Bellotta now. Backs into his check. Fires a bounce pass into the corner. Now Jazz Singh pulls up from three and he nails it.
Great ball movement by Bellotta and then from Bryson. A nice three from Singh as we're about to see Spence check back in, so good to see that he's looking to be all right, at least for now.
John Moore now over to Schumacher. Rooney. Rooney now to the paint under the basket. A pass attempted and now is tipped out bounds. It will be Saints basketball.
And as Spence checks back in here, not looking too worse for wear. David Penny's going to check in as well as Hannon and Provenzano exit.
Stance, David, stance.
Saints now looking for for options, goes over the top for Schumacher. Bryson hounding him. Shot clock winding down now. Schumacher spins, fires, can't get it to go. They grab the rebound though. Number 3, DeMonte Malloy lays in another 2.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that drives coaches absolutely crazy. Gotta close out properly there. That was a rebound for the taking, and Simon Fraser couldn't capitalize.
Penny now taking on Schumacher. Giving him all he can handle, but gets it to Pilata. Pilata now steps back, now drives to the basket. Can't get the shot to drop, and a foul is called. So Wilfred Pilata will go to the line once again. He'll hit his first one. Pilata coming into this one, shooting 71% from the line. He'll hit his second one as well. The Saints having trouble getting out of their own zone now. And Malloy gets it ahead to Moore. Moore into the corner. Back up 5 from Malloy. Malloy hands it off to Jennings. Good looks from 3, can't get it to go. Now a pass is attempted just to save the basketball. Ball goes out of bounds and it will be Clan.
Yeah, and with all that backcourt pressure, even if you don't create a turnover, what you do end up doing is you take 10 seconds off the shot clock. As the Saints are finally setting up their offense, there's only 20 seconds left, and that ends up messing up what you want to do offensively.
The Saints, notorious in this game, have been fairly slow off the mark in transition. Often having trouble getting out of their own zone, but not now. Now a big one-handed dunk is tried there by Logan Rooney, but he lost the handle. The Clan turned it back. Pilata now. Backs into his check. Now to the paint. And a foul is called.
Yeah, Logan Rooney was looking like shades of Air Jordan there for a second as he went up with a single hand, but probably a little too far away from the basket for that one to go down.
Clan still leading by 10 now, up 63-53. The Saints once again having trouble getting out of their own zone. Under 10 minutes to play now. Jennings down low, Marquis Adams. Back out into the corner. Good look from Malloy, can't get it to drop. Now Schumacher tried a shot. That was blocked and the Clan come away with it. Now here's Jazz Singh. Hounded by Schumacher. Over to Penny in the corner. Penny drives under the net. Tried a shot, that was blocked by big Marquis Adams.
Yeah, and so right now on the floor for Simon Fraser, most imposing player you have physically is Jazz Singh, and even Jazz is really more of a sort of combo guard forward. And with Marquis Adams on the floor, that's going to be an interesting matchup. I don't know how long it'll last for Simon Fraser.
As Jazz Singh now steps back and nails a 2.
But that is the advantage of a smaller lineup, is you can take those step back shots and you can stretch out the opposition.
Little cheekiness there from Jazz Singh.
Sometimes I think Jazz is better when he's leaning or fading away than when he has time to set fully.
Now the Saints in the paint. Back to Schumacher. Trying to make things happen. Lost a handle on it, and Drew Bryson comes away with it. Long lead pass to Jazz Singh. That pass was tipped away, and the ball goes out of bounds.
And I know that tonight's obviously all about the seniors, but I have to say, in a small number of minutes, Drew Bryson has played really well tonight. Not just a couple times that he scored, but defensive energy levels in transition, even things he hasn't gotten on the end of. It's really stood out so far tonight.
Absolutely high intensity, maybe feeding off this full house crowd here in the West Gym, and we'll step away for a few minutes as another timeout is called. SFU Clan leads 65-53 with 8:20 left in the second half. All right, welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University, where the SFU clan lead the St. Martin's Saints by a score of 65-53 with 8:20 left to go in this second half. High intensity game in front of a full house here at the West Gym. Now David Penny has the basketball for the clan. Fires it over to Bryson. Bryson, who's been great so far this game, high intensity. Over to Bellata. Back to Penny. Penny now, over to Bellata. Into the corner for Jazz Singh. Let's go of three, can't get it to go. Penny grabs the rebound though. Now Bryson drives the paint, passes to Singh. Puts it back to Bellata. 10 seconds left on the shot clock now. Penny hands back off to Bellata. Now Othniel Spence pulls up from three. That hits the rim, no good. Jazz Singh saves it though. Puts it back to Spence. Bryson in the corner, he tries his shot at three. That rattles around, but he nails it.
Yeah, we saw Simon Fraser on that possession just essentially eliminate any illusions that they were going to go into the paint. Made it a perimeter shooting contest as Marquis Adams throws it down.
Marquis Adams using every bit of that 6'9", that big dunk.
Yeah, and maybe that's the issue there. The defensive end, when you're not committed to the paint, is a guy like Adams gets left all alone.
There's some discussion now from the officials. I'm not really sure what for. As Michael Provenzano and Michael Hannon come back on the court now, they'll replace Bellata and David Penny. And get another timeout is called. We'll take timeout as well. SFU clan up 68-55 with 7:23 left to go in the second half. All right, welcome back everyone once again to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University with the SFU clan taking on the St. Martin's Saints and currently hold a pretty sizable lead, 68-55 with 7:23 left to go in the second half.
So we got word there at that break that the slight confusion was that Othniel Spence on the last shot he took was given a warning for, I guess we could call it simulation, and the next time, if there is a next time, it will be a technical foul, so Spence with the warning there.
Hannon now with the basketball. Bounce pass down to Bryson. Over to Spence, who lays in another two.
And Spence doesn't care about the warning. He goes in with the layup.
Here's Moore now with the basketball for the Saints. Over now to Jennings. Jennings. Over to Malloy. Back up high to Jennings. Now Moore drives the paint himself. Tries a layup. That's no good. And a foul is called. SFU clan bench, not too thrilled about that one, as the foul is called on Jazz Singh.
I have to say John Moore has been a different player in the second half, much more noticeable, aggressively driving the lane and a couple trips to the line as well.
As Moore hits his first shot. Moore, the Tacoma, Washington native. Hits the second one as well. So Provenzano will start away with it now. He'll hand off to Spence. Spence over to Hannon. Hannon to Bryson. Back to Hannon. Hannon back to Bryson. Safe play catch, and now Bryson goes into the lane. Ball stripped from his hands. The Saints come away with it. John Moore over to Schumacher. Stops up. Now back to Malloy. Malloy takes on Bryson. Now drives to the paint. Spins. Tries a shot. That's no good. Hannon grabs the rebound though. And the Clan come back the other way. Provenzano now across the line. Directing traffic in front of him. Over to Hannon. Hannon fires it down low for Drew Bryson. Back up high to Hannon, hits him in the collarbone. Wasn't expecting that pass.
A lot of steam on that pass.
Hannon looked shocked it was coming at him so quick. Now long lead pass to Othniel Spence. Can't get the layup to go. Big block there by Marquis Adams. And Othniel Spence went hard into the end boards there. As they shake hands, Othniel Spence appears to be all right. So he took a big body from the big man.
Yeah, and I understand that you're trying to go in for the block, but that did seem a little bit borderline reckless there. You know that when you go in with that kind of head of steam with a large frame, you're probably going to knock down your man, and glad to see that Spence looks okay.
Bit of a mismatch there, obviously. 6'9", going after a guy who's 6'1". Othniel Spence doesn't look too worse for wear there. He'll go to the line now.
Yeah, and you can tell the way Spence was winding it up that he really wanted to throw down on the last night in his home gym, and understandable, obviously.
So Spence will miss his first shot as Drew Bryson comes off in favor of number 15, Graham Miller. Othniel Spence hits his second one. Shooting 75% coming into this one. From the line, that is. As DeMonte Malloy starts out now for the Saints. Malloy hands off to Jennings. Jennings over to Moore. Now Schumacher looking for options. Bounce pass to Marquis Adams. Marquis Adams tried to pass. That was picked off by Hannon. Hannon now takes it back the other way. Can't get the layup to go. The Saints transition back the other way. Here's Jennings now. Try to pass to Marquis Adams, just out of his reach. As Miller tipped that away, now Jazz Singh away with it. Jazz Singh gets the basket and the foul.
And they're only going to get one basket out of it here, but those last two possessions just exemplify what Graham Miller and Michael Hannon have done their entire careers at SFU. Smart little hustle plays. First Hannon with the steal, then Miller with the great ball denial on Adams, and creating some points at the other end, not necessarily always for themselves, but for their teammates as well. So great to see.
As Jazz Singh goes to the line now and hits his shot. Saints now. And Jennings with the basketball. Jennings hands off. Monte Malloy fires across now to Moore. Moore hands off to Marquis Adams. Now Moore once again with it. Try to bounce pass to Marquis Adams. The whistle goes.
Good job, Mills. You're good. Here we go. Stay active, Graham. Stay active.
Moore looking for options. Now goes over the top to Marquis Adams. Hands off to Schumacher. Schumacher tries to get around Spence. Now he does and gets the basket. Yet another timeout is called now. We'll step away as the SFU Clan currently hold a 74-61 lead with 4:33 left to go in this second half. welcome back everyone to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University with the SFU clan. Taking on the St. Martin Saints and currently leads 74-61 with 4:33 left to go in the second half. As the clan starts out with it now. Off Neil Spence, tries a long lead pass to Provenzano. That was picked off by the Saints, and now Jennings in the corner, good look from three. That hits the back piece, no good.
And Simon Fraser gets away with a sloppy turnover there. Bit fortunate.
Provenzano now over to Singh, good look from three, that hits the rim. Doesn't get it to drop. That ball comes to our broadcast location here on the sidelines.
And so you have to imagine that this four-senior starting lineup for Simon Fraser will see the game out, barring something unforeseen at this point. See if Simon Fraser can settle in. A little shaky since that last time out.
Seniors, though, tonight have overall performed very well. As now DeMonte Malloy drives to the net, gets the basket. Provenzano now, looking to get out of his own zone. Jazz Singh back to Provenzano. Cross the line, stops up now. Provenzano. Over to Othniel Spence. Spence takes the pass. Now bounce pass down to Singh. Singh backing into his check. Shot clock running down now. Ball's knocked out of his hand by DeMonte Malloy. But it will be Clan basketball.
Yeah, and that's smart help from Malloy because you got Jazz Singh matched up against a point guard in the post, and you know that's not going to end well unless you come and bring some help.
And get another timeout is called. We'll take a break as well. SFU Clan up 74-63 with 3:32 left to go in this second half.
This team, they've won one game in their last 18. Yeah, so that would be a no.
How are SFU basketball?
We got off to a great start.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back everyone once again to the West Gym up at Simon Fraser University with the SFU Clan. Lead the St. Martin Saints by a score of 74-63 with 3:32 left to go in this second half. We get back underway here. It'll be Clan basketball with 6 seconds left in the shot clock. Quick ball movement now, Provenzano, good look from three, and he nails it. How do you do, Michael Provenzano?
Yeah, Michael Provenzano up to 5 points now, and that's not a very high total, but he's got 7 assists tonight, which is most definitely noteworthy.
Schumacher now making some moves. Over to Jennings. He nails that three.
And Jennings up to 18 now, and really ever since that dunk in the first half, it's really ignited his performance.
Absolutely, and once again, timeout here on the court.
Yeah, and you know, St. Martin's, you have to give them a lot of credit because time and time again tonight just have not gone away. Bunch of young players, as we've mentioned, and a lot still to learn probably. A first-year head coach that has been, I don't know if I've seen anyone so incredulous on the sidelines. It's funny, every coach deals with the officiating differently. For head coach Steve Hansen, I'd probably say it's anger or frustration. But
that's probably a good analogy, yep. I agree though, and as we get back underway here, Marquis Adams has been the big story for SMU. Marquis Adams, a 6'9" junior from Forks, Washington. Put together a impressive performance so far tonight with 17 points. As a Clan, bit scrambly now. Michael Provenzano taking on Jennings. Provenzano, shot clock running down now. And the West Gym letting him know it. Goes for the layup, and the basket goes, and he does draw the harm as well.
It's almost as if the ball had a sense of the drama in the moment there. Just a little pause for effect on the rim.
So Michael Provenzano with plenty of family in attendance, all wearing I Heart number 20 t-shirts in the front row here.
Yeah, and the front rows of that middle section just full of Simon Fraser friends and family. Great to see.
In the middle front row, Provenzano's family. A lot of good Italian folk cheering on their boy.
And I like the massive head cutout that's still got Provenzano with the Movember mustache. That was a good look.
Yeah, there's a head cutout of Othniel Spence, Michael Provenzano, a couple other players as well. And the crowd here is not disappointed, that's for sure. As now it will be Clan basketball. As DeMonte Malloy goes down hard. .220 left to go in this second half now. SFU Clan holding an 80-66 lead. Now Provenzano across the line to Hannon. Over to Miller. Back up 5, Provenzano. Provenzano. Over to Othniel Spence. Othniel Spence steps back. He does hit the 3, but a foul is called against Spence.
Yeah, I don't know, that's a tough one.
SFU bench not too thrilled with that call.
Yeah, we had a pretty good view of that one sideline here, and
Just looked like a good hard basketball play there, but nevertheless, the whistle goes.
yeah, and you had the sense that the officials were just sort of looking or anticipating something like that happening, and unfortunate because beautiful move and a beautiful shot by Spence, but won't count in the end.
The Saints come away with it now. 2 minutes left to go in the second half. Now Schumacher across the line. Over to Jennings. Jennings drives himself and nails the layup. It looks like a foul is called as well. CJ Jennings will go to the line once again. Colorado Springs native. He's had himself a game. Jennings hits his free throw. Now Jazz Singh. To Othniel Spence. Cross Provenzano. Provenzano. Over to Jazz Singh. Back to Provenzano.
And Simon Fraser having to work hard against this aggressive pressure from the Saints right now.
Provenzano now tripped up. Here's the coming back the other way. CJ Jennings knocks down that 3, and don't look now.
And all of a sudden, 128 left, and margin's just 8 points, so Simon Fraser needs to pay attention here down the stretch.
And probably a good call. Take a timeout at this point. But CJ Jennings has brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm to this Saints team, which otherwise hasn't had a whole lot tonight.
Yeah, and one of the few more experienced players on the team is a junior, and really has been effective. What's made him so effective is he's a capable scorer both inside, around the rim, and he can hit from 3. We saw in that last possession, no hesitation, just pulled up. And down the stretch, some of the guards for the Saints who weren't quite as effective early on in the first half have really stepped their game up, and that's what's kept them in this one.
Another big moment there for the Saints as well is Marquis Adams. Marquis Adams has really had himself a game.
Yeah, so CJ Jennings up to 24 points now, 9 for 16 shooting. Marquis Adams still perfect from the field, 7 for 7, 3 for 3 from the line for a 30-something% free throw shooter, 17 points for Adams. So a couple big individual performances from the Saints, but the question is, will it be enough to close this 8-point margin down the stretch?
As we get back underway here, we'd like to welcome all our viewers watching live on YouTube and Stretch Internet. Interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the hashtag #RepBelief. As the Clan starts out with it now. Othniel Spence over to Jazz Singh. Provenzano now. Back to Jazz Singh. Over to Hannon. Now Provenzano, hounded by Jennings. Now slips. And they're saying he crossed the line. Just barely. Crowd and the bench is letting him hear it.
My recommendation would be go to the monitor there, because I think that leg was up off the floor. Not really sure if he actually crossed it, but Simon Fraser, all things considered, even if there's questions about the call, needs to deal with that double team pressure better, because the last couple possessions they haven't handled it very well, and if you can't score in this last minute and 15, it could be trouble.
Looks like they're just trying to outlast here, the Saints. As Schumacher comes away with it. Schumacher drives the net all alone. Lays in two.
Yeah, and Simon Fraser has to be careful as well, because with the Saints in the bonus, any foul will send them to the line.
Provenzano now. Provenzano hounded and fouled. And he'll go to the line.
And a better job by Provenzano there to use his body protecting the ball and draw the foul. Now Simon Fraser entering the bonus as well.
Provenzano shooting 82% so far from the line this year. He'll hit his shot.
2 for 2 on the night so far.
Provenzano, the London, Ontario native, playing his final home game as an SFU clan member. Plenty of friends and family in attendance tonight. Hits his second one as well.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone was as psyched up for this game as Michael Provenzano. He was here almost 2 hours early shooting pregame and really getting in the zone for this one.
As Schumacher steps back now. Three doesn't drop. Saints fight for the basketball. Miller comes away with it. Now off Neil Spence. Across the line. Over to Hannon. Hannon. The Saints foul him. So Michael Hannon will go to the line.
Yeah, it'll be his first trip to the line tonight. Spokane Valley, Washington native.
Hannon got off to a great start tonight. Starter, which he isn't not usually, rather. Went 3 for 3 from three-point range early on. Misses his first free throw there. Now here's Jennings. Jennings pulls up. Can't get the three to go. Hannon tipped that away. Now a fight for it. John Moore comes away with it. Now Schumacher pulls up from three. Can't get it to go. That hit the rim. Now a bit of a wrestle for the ball here. Hannon comes away with it.
Yeah, and a really good turn of events for SFU there. The way Jennings has been playing in the second half, I was expecting that three-point shot to go in, and that just might, you don't want to say it yet, but it could be the nail in the coffin for St. Martin's.
Absolutely, yes. Head coach Steve Hansen puts in a new line of subs.
Yeah, and so this is a nice move here because you want to give all four of these seniors the recognition they deserve as we end the game here. So Graham Miller, Michael Hannon, Michael Provenzano, and Othniel Spence, a special moment as they're going to check out for their last game at home.
And they get a standing ovation from the crowd. That free throw is missed. And now Hannon, the basketball. Will now hold it.
So actually, yeah, Hannon's still in the game. I think there were some practical issues about the subs there, but the message is sent nonetheless.
Now a big hug from Matt Kiatipi's Michael Hannon. That's all she wrote. Seniors night. SFU comes away with it 82-74. What an emotional night for all these young men.
Yeah, and absolutely, I think that's the biggest takeaway in this one. Really great performances by all four seniors. And just a tremendous tribute to the effort and dedication and determination of those senior athletes. Can't really say enough good things about them. You know, heart and soul of this team, and set a really good example for all the younger players. There's a lot of potential on this Simon Fraser team as well. After making the playoffs last year, not looking likely to get in this year, but a lot of positives, a lot of things to look forward to in the future, and a great legacy left here by the four departing senior players.
As the Clan have one last final cheer at home here at center court. And give the fans a round of applause, and they give one right back. An emotional moment for these young men, playing their last home game in SFU Clan uniforms. And they'll go to the crowd talk to their family and friends. What an emotional moment, and a team picture with all the fans in the background.
Yeah, so as we look at the four seniors in their final home game, Graham Miller, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 assists. Othniel Spence, 22 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. And for Michael Hannon, 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And for Michael Provenzano, 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. So all really solid team performances from all 4 of those guys. And just great to see. You obviously want it to go well for them on a night like tonight, and it did. And always great to cap it off with a win as well.
Absolutely super emotional night for everyone in attendance here, and that'll just about do it for us here. We'd like to thank all our viewers who joined us tonight and all season long, live on YouTube and Stretch Internet. Final score, SFU Clan 82, St. Martin's University Saints 74. This will be the last time you'll hear our sweet voices this season, but tune in to Stretch Internet next Thursday when the Clan visits Bellingham to take on the Western Washington Vikings. So for now, we'll just say thank you for watching all season long. See you later, and good night from the West Gym.